What is going on, everybody? Brent here, ounitproductions.com, and I would like to welcome you guys to another episode of Picking. Got out just yesterday, once again, hit a flea market that I often frequent, and pretty excited about some of the stuff that I found, so I just wanted to share that with you guys here today. Just beginning a very busy week with a Monday, always a busy day for me in the office, tons of stuff to tag, tons of stuff to list on eBay, all kinds of paperwork to do, some different blogging stuff to do. I got a couple secret projects that I'm working on. New week, new dreams, new goals, new challenges. Let's go ahead and get it. But let's first off get into some of these picks. Here that I'm showing you first off, I can't believe I ate that whole thing. The only reason I actually picked this up is because when I was at the flea market, I wasn't sure exactly what this saying was from. We were having a little conversation with the vendor about how it was a commercial from the 70s. She couldn't remember what it was from. I wasn't sure. I was actually with my mom and my sister, and my mom wasn't sure what it was from. I ended up taking it to my friend's house last night, who I had to meet to handle some business with. And I asked him and his wife, and they weren't sure either, but later in the evening he actually got back to me via text before I was able to look it up on YouTube or, Google or whatnot. And this is actually a commercial from Alka-Seltzer. I believe it was 1972 from the research that I found. Just a cool little tray, not high dollar. As you see, I paid 50 cents. Don't see any reason why I can't get at least 10 on this, but we'll see where it goes. A couple more smalls to show you guys here. If you've watched my episodes in the past, I'm sure you've seen that I've picked up tons of different games. I always pick them up when they're the right price. I look for the cool subject matter, whether it be cool movies or cool shows, as is the case with these two games, or just cool classic pieces of American history, classic pieces of Americana, things that spark interest, things that spark emotion in people. And I believe these two are much the same. I ended up putting a bundle together for both of these games for $5. We got the E.T., the extraterrestrial board game. Huge movie. I'm sure you guys have heard of E.T. When, I paid $2.50 for this, I don't see any reason why I won't be able to get at least 10. Most likely this is going to be a co-op item. Really good condition. I have to check for, completeness to make sure all the pieces are there. But I fell in love with that when I seen it. And I actually fell in love with this one a little bit more. Funny thing is, my girlfriend actually didn't know what this show is. It's a huge show, huge piece of American history. I was put onto it during the Nick at Night days on Nickelodeon. I'm sure many of you guys are familiar with Nick at Night. This is Mork and Mindy. And for those of you that don't know, actually I'm just going to sit here for a second while you can take a guess. First off, who is this if you don't know? You really don't know? It's like Jeopardy. Do 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 do. Anyway, Robin Williams, Mork, and Mindy. Awesome show. It's been a long time since I caught an episode. He was a little alien that I believe landed on the Earth and ended up living with her. Really cool game. Definitely might spend time catching up on an episode at some point. Not really catching up because it's not been made for many, many years. But going back and checking out an episode once again. $2.50 on this. I believe I can probably get about $15 in this game. We'll see. Haven't really looked them up yet, but it's really, really cool. Let's move down the wall of crates and go ahead and get into some more picks here. Again, if you've watched many of my videos or any of my videos in the past, you've probably seen that I always pick up, old trucks, old, dump trucks, Tonka toys, the Nylent toys, a wide variety of different trucks I've had. I have a bunch in inventory right now in the different shops, so I had to pick up this one. This is a Tonka. It's got some character. It's got some issues. It looks like it's missing the wheels, obviously. It's got the chain here, which is a huge plus. It does have some important things. I'm not sure if there was originally glass in here or not. I don't really believe so because it doesn't seem like it's missing, but I could be wrong on that. It's got some, damage on the body. of the truck. There's the Tonka logo right there. I believe it says Mound, Minnesota. Really cool piece. Guy originally had, I think, like 35 or 30 marked on that. And me being the bundling type guy that I am, I tried to throw the best bundle together that I could. Looked around his booth, and I saw this. Altoona Beer. I was actually probably about 3 minutes away from Altoona, Pennsylvania yesterday in this one town that I go to that has a nice multitude of flea markets in the area, as well as some co-ops and whatnot. But as you see, it's just a cardboard Altoona Beer box. Kind of box I love selling. But let's go ahead and open this up. And you'll see that we got some bottles inside. Curve Premium Beer, all marked Altoona, Pennsylvania, by the Altoona Brewing Co. Some of them are in good shape, some of them are in not so good shape, but one like this, it's in pretty good shape. I can probably sell for around between, I'll say $5 and $7. I do really, really good with bottles at all my shops. So every time I see a nice deal like this, I always pick it up. Here's another one, pretty good shape. Some of them are really, really beat up, but like I said, even those ones I could probably be able to get at least like $2 or $3 from. I'm thinking I can get probably about 15 to 25 on just the box alone. But that is the other part of the bundle that I put together with the truck. He was originally asking $30 for the box, and the bundle that I ended up getting was this awesome case of beer and this awesome Tonka truck. Put them together for $35. So I mean, it's quite the talking down that I was able to do. I was actually trying to get it for $30, but he wasn't quite having that. But off of $35, I still think I can make some money. Think I can probably sell this for at least probably $35, $45, and piecing that Altoona Beer case out can probably end up getting, I don't know, maybe 60 to 80, something like that. So a nice little score off of $35. Let's go ahead and move on. And we got a really, really cool adding machine here. It is by the Felt and Tarrant Manufacturing Company out of Chicago. It's got a whole bunch of patent numbers on there. It's missing a key here, as you can see. The keys themselves are absolutely killer. I love the different, the different designs on the side and the front and the back. We got the comptometer. I believe that's what it's called, actually. A type of adding machine. If you know more about these pieces than me, I'd love to hear it, as I'm sure there's many people out there that do. I didn't do any research yet. But she only had $10 marked on this. It was getting late in the day. A bunch of rain just fell down. Most of the vendors were looking to get the hell out of this flea market. So she said, if you want it, $5. How can you go wrong with $5? It's a nice 30, 40 pound, awesome piece of Americana. I could put this in the co-ops, I'm thinking, for like 75 bucks maybe. Just let it sit for a while. Don't exactly know the exact value. I haven't looked up this model. I'll probably be doing that here later this afternoon since it's a big processing day for me. But at the minimum, whether it's eBay or whether it's a co-op or wherever I decide to sell this, I can see getting a minimum of probably $30, $40 out of this. So that's a nice little score there. Got some advertising. Actually going to end this episode with two awesome pieces of advertising. Let me go ahead and get into this here first. Let me move this over here. Alright, put it right there. As you see, Campbell Top and Bond. Just Add Water. A special self-bonding cement mix with polymer resins for repairing and resurfacing concrete even to a feather edge. Really cool. Not amazing subject matter. Not beer or soda, which I usually love. But the important part about this sign is the price was right. Let me go ahead and show you the back. At some point somebody wrote use other door on it, so they made their own little sign out of it. So again, another condition issue. But to me it's just cool. It adds more character to the piece. It adds more of a story to the piece. But he was asking $25, but I just looked at it a few moments and he ended up saying, if you want it, 20 bucks, take it. I actually didn't take it. I walked around the flea market probably about 5 minutes, but the whole time I was looking at other stuff. This sign was in my head. I went back, picked it up, 20 bucks, at least going to be double my money on that. It might be a little bit higher, I'm not exactly sure. Got to do a little bit more research on it, but it's really cool color. It's in pretty good condition despite the back. Nice tin sign, nice piece of advertising, likely going to be going on eBay this week, maybe even today. Cool piece. And last but not least, let me go ahead and move right over here. An awesome Nesbitt's cooler. I don't even believe they make Nesbitt's anymore. I've had many of their bottles that I've sold at this point. Pretty sure it hasn't been around for at least 10-15 years. This cooler, I usually see lots of these coolers, but they're always Coke or they're always Pepsi. Usually they're Coke. I usually don't buy this model of cooler. I usually get the ones made by Progress Refrigerator Co. or the Acton Manufacturing Company. The ones that are much like that Pleasure Chest over there, which is actually getting ready to be wrapped up and shipped out today. But this one was awesome. The guy actually had it on his truck. Caught my eye right away. I didn't even know if he had it for sale, honestly, because he had a ton of stuff on his table. He had a ton of stuff under his table, around his table. He had this on his truck still, like I said, kind of just hidden back there. I actually asked him about it. I was like, is that for sale? How much did you want for it? I didn't even, honestly, I thought maybe he bought it from another vendor earlier in the morning and I had missed the boat. But he said it was for sale, and he said he only wanted $35 for it. I'm a picker. $35 sounds fair, but I want more off if I can. So I immediately tried to talk him down. I asked him if he would take $30. He said that's what he paid, but he ended up saying, all right. So $30, really, really good shape. There's hardly even any rust on this thing. I would open it up, but I only have one hand here. The inside is beautiful. You see the Nesbitt's logo itself is worn off a little bit. It's got the logo again on the back. Really, really cool piece. Don't see why I can't get somewhere between 70 and 100 on this cooler. Really, really cool. This is most likely going to be going on eBay as well today, or at least within the next coming days. So what is you guys' favorite item that you've seen featured in this episode? What do you think will bring the most profit? What do you maybe have a little bit more of a backstory on? And simply, how are you guys doing? I appreciate you watching today. Thank you so much. And leave a comment below. If you liked the video, click the like button. If you're not already subscribed, please do so. And I will be checking back in later in the week or next week at the latest with some fresh finds for you guys. Busy week ahead, getting into all the co-ops with fresh stuff. Tons of stuff coming to eBay. Tons of stuff coming to ounitproductions.com as well as brennot.com. Thank you for watching. Make a goal for yourself this week. Go out and reach it and then push to the next level. Never settle. Never be happy. Always try to strive for more. Just a little bit of words of inspiration for you guys. Thank you so much, and I will check back soon.